Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. This is Pat Kutchins, and we're here for our second week of side dishes from Philadelphia cream cheese. What I intend to do today is make an Italian side dish for you. It's going to be polenta with peas and cream cheese, of course. My mother used to make polenta when I was a kid, and she would add peas to it. We'd have it as a side dish because she would have her homemade stew and put it over the polenta, and it was yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, it brings back a memory. So here I'm taking a take on her polenta and peas and making it with a little kicked up twist with Philadelphia cream cheese. So what you're going to need for this recipe, and it's a very simple recipe, is 3 cups of liquid total. You're going to have 2 cups of water that we're going to boil. We're going to have 1 cup of vegetable stock, which we will dilute the polenta into, and I'll show you why we need to do that. We're going to have 1 cup of polenta, which, in case you don't know, is just ground cornmeal, and it's used a lot in Italian cooking, but everyone uses it nowadays. And this is the quick cooking 5-minute one. We need a half a stick of butter, which I have cut and brought down to room temperature, and of course our Philadelphia cream cheese, 1 8-ounce block, which I've also cut into cubes, which makes it easier to melt in the polenta. 1 cup of peas, and you can use canned peas or frozen peas, whichever you'd like. And last but not least, a 1/4 cup of cream, heavy cream. And once we mix all of that together, put it in our dish for serving, we're going to take about a 1/4 cup of Romano cheese and sprinkle it over the top. And then we're going to let it sit and cool for about 15 minutes before you serve it. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this recipe, and I hope you like it, and I hope you'll try it. So here we go. Hi, okay, we're ready. We're going to be boiling our water. I've put 2 cups of water in my pot, and I put it on high so it started to boil. Now what I'm going to do is take and give it a nice pinch of salt. We don't want to put too much salt in because we are using vegetable broth, and that already is a little bit salty and tasty. So next that goes into the water is my half a stick of butter, and I'm just going to put that in and let that melt. And while that's melting, I'm going to stir it around a little bit. You don't want to add the polenta until the butter is melted. And while that's melting, here's what you have to do with your polenta, and this is a foolproof way to get it so that it does not lump when you put it in the hot water. I'm going to take my cup of polenta and my cup of vegetable stock. I'm going to pour the polenta into the vegetable stock. I'm going to take a little whisk, and I'm going to whisk it around. And the vegetable stock is not warm, it's cold. And what this does is it disperses the polenta so that when we do put it into the boiling water, it will not clump and lump on us. Okay? So our butter is just about melted now, and we're ready to pour in our polenta. Now mixing it with the vegetable broth is giving it a different flavor all the way, right away. Okay? And as soon as you put it into the pot, you'll be able to see that it's very creamy. There are no lumps, and you just want to stir it around and stir it around until you get it all incorporated into the water. Then we're going to lower our gas, put it to a simmer, and we're going to cover it and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Now you have to be careful. During that 5-minute period, we want to come back here and we want to stir it a little bit, because polenta does have a tendency to get thick immediately, and you don't want it to clump up in your pan. Like I said, we went through the trouble of making it that way so it wouldn't clump. So I'm going to put the gas down to simmer, and I'm going to, it's all stirred up, I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Our timer has rung. I'm going to take the cover off of it, and our polenta looks beautiful. It's nice and thick and creamy. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cream cheese and we're going to add it. And this is going to take a few minutes for it all to melt in there, but once it does, ooh, it's going to be great. Gives it such a creamy, creamy texture. This is something my mother never did. I don't even think she even thought of something like this, but I tried it and it is absolutely delicious. Okay, here's our polenta with the cream cheese all melted in it. It gave it a totally different texture. It's deliciously looking beautiful. I'm going to now add just a pinch of black pepper. Again, this is purely to your own taste. And I'm going to add my cup of peas. Okay. And again, we're just going to mix the peas in. And once the peas are all incorporated, like I said, last but not least, we're going to put that 1/4 cup of whipping cream in there. And that's going to give it the final creaminess that we're looking for. Heavy whipping cream, nothing like it. Okay, I've mixed in the peas. I've added some black pepper, and I'm just going to taste it to see if I need to add any more salt to it. I don't like to put too much salt in, like I said, excuse me, because the vegetable broth does have its own salt in it. This is perfect. Don't need any more salt. I don't like any more pepper. It's creamy, it's smooth, and it goes right down. Okay, we're done. Something good is going in my tummy. Alright, I'm going to have to take some of this off, put it all in there. Okay, once that's all ready, you're just about ready to serve. However, we did say we were going to put some romano cheese on top, and that'll give it an extra flavor. Again, a little bit of salt, so we don't want to add more salt because we are putting this cheese on top. Okay, and there you have it. Now, something about polenta that I also would like to tell you is that once it cools down for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it forms the shape of whatever bowl it's in. So what I'd like to do is show you, I've taken some and put it in a little ramekin. If you want to make individual ramekins of this, that's also a nice touch when you have dinner and you want people to have their own individuals. Okay, here's the container that I used to show you how the polenta will form to any kind of dish you put it into. I've taken my container and I'm going to put another plate over it, turn it over, and again, this is after the polenta has cooled a little bit so that it will come out and take the shape of whatever container you put it into. Now I've done this with regular polenta in the shape of a star and put it on the plates, and my folks really enjoyed that. But anyway, for this purpose we're going to serve it as a side dish. We're going to take some out of this wonderful container here, and we're going to taste it and let you know exactly how it feels and how it tastes and how it's going down, and you're not here to taste it. So you best go home and make this. Okay, we're going to take our nice Italian plate. I'm sticking with the theme here, and I'm going to put a nice scoop of my polenta on the plate. This is my side dish that's really, really good. And I'm going to taste it. Oh, it smells so good. Wow, this is better than I've ever done before. You can taste the cream cheese, you can taste the peas, that romano cheese on top gives it such a delicious flavor. I sure hope you'll go home and try some of this, because even if you've never had polenta before, I think you're going to like it. And I think your family's going to like it. Your guests are going to like it. Everyone's going to like it. And that's our dish for today. I hope you'll come back next time and see our main course, which we'll be using Philadelphia cream cheese again for. And thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.